Good morning and welcome to Retro Outdoor Gear. My name's Chris Barrett and I'm going to show you a quick view of my favourite liquid fuel stove, and here it is. It's Optimus SVEA 123R. It's a very popular stove and it has been since its introduction. It's been popular with climbers, alpinists, outdoormen, bushcrafters, hunters, fishermen, you name it. We're all big fans of it. Partly because it's so reliable and simple. There's very, very little to go wrong, and it's very, very effective in what it does, i.e. boiling water and cooking. It originates from a design from the 19th century, but Optimus introduced it in about 1955. It's constructed of solid brass, apart from obviously the pan. That's the pan that comes with it. Not very big, but it's usable. Pan lid, which is aluminium as well. The rest of it, apart from the burner unit, is solid brass. This bit is the inbuilt windshield with the integral pan stands, which swivel in and out depending on what size pan you're going to be sitting on top. Keep it in the middle for simpler. That removes by a simple twist and lift off, which reveals the burner. So there you go, that's all it is. Burner unit, control valve, filler cap and your tank. It works by expansion, basically, of the pressurization. Your tank is full of white gas, or Coleman fuel as it's sometimes known, but I must admit most of us guys in the UK, we run it on a clutch and brake cleaner, which you get from motor factor places. It runs a lot cleaner and it's usually a darn sight cheaper than the Coleman fuel. So there you go, a little tip. You about 2/3 fill these. You definitely don't fill them right up to the top. About 2/3 full, and then that little dish bit there, which I put a wick in to make it more efficient as well. You put some methylated spirits in, light it, and that preheats the burner unit and warms up the tank to start the pressurization system. And once it's burnt off, you open up the valve and the pressurized fuel comes up through the burner unit, and the heating that's built up on it from its priming vaporizes the fuel. That's when you light it and get the burn, or the roar as we call it. Anyway, I don't think there's much point me waffling on showing it. I think the best thing for me to do is prime it, get it lit, and you can see it in action. Okie dokie. Right folks, so there you go. There's the let's move all this junk out of the way. There's the burner for the stove. You've took the filler off. You've filled it up 2/3 with what I'm using, brake and clutch cleaner, or your Coleman fluid. Pinch it up tight. Make sure the valve is off by turning clockwise. And this has got methylated spirits in. Put a dab of that in. Trusty old lighter. Boom. And what that's doing now, as I've said earlier, is heating up the burner head, which makes the liquid fuel vaporise as it passes through the hot unit, and it's also heating up and pressurising the fuel tank. Very boring waiting for it to prime. The best thing to do is sit back and relax for a minute. So there you go, folks. Most of the methylated spirits now is burnt off. So you get your lighter handy and your key to turn it on and off. Put it onto the control valve. Open it up. You can hear the fuel coming out. Light it. As I previously said, the roar. Through one of the bigger holes. Obviously try not to burn yourself. Put it back on its locators and twist. And that's locked on now is the windshield. It gets even more roary, as they say, as that heat unit gets hotter and hotter. But to all intents and purposes it's ready to go, so you get your pan with your water in or your beans or whatever, plant it on the top, and there you go. One super duper smashing Optimus SVEA 123 stove. I absolutely love these stoves and I know a lot of my friends do. I'll just turn it off now, better hear me better. Peace and quiet, but there's something nice about that noise when you're out in the outdoors and you know you're going to get a cup of tea next. And there you go. So there you go, folks. That's the Optimus SVEA 123 stove, which I'm a big fan of, if you haven't guessed. If you want to know more about stoves, my friend Simon Belcher runs a Facebook group called Stove Monkeys, which is an absolute mine of information. If you ever want to know anything about vintage retro stoves, lamps, blowtorches, you name it, Simon Belcher knows, and if he doesn't know, his chums on there certainly know. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also have a look at Retro Outdoor Gear on Facebook. We're planning on bringing lots and lots and lots of retro outdoor gear for you to see. So for now then, this is Chris signing off. Have a smashing super marvellous day. Ta-ra!